Welcome back, everybody. So now we're ready to run LAB3, right? So in the last video, we went through the code and the layout. We covered that. So now we're going to run it. So before we run it, we need to start the emulator, right? This is the Azure Lab version, and I am not going to be able to use the emulator that comes inside here. In fact, I should delete it. This Nexus 4, I should go ahead and delete it. Why don't I just do that now? I'm going to select it right here, and I'm going to delete it because I cannot run it here in Azure Lab. If you're doing this in your own Windows machine or Mac or Linux natively, or in the virtual box on Linux, you don't delete it, you use them. But because I am an Azure Lab, the virtualization does not work the same way. So I'm going to delete it. We talked about that in the previous videos when we did Lab. In fact, we did Lab 1. So the way we're going to use Azure Lab, Android Studio on Azure Lab, is running this VS emulator, the Visual Studio Emulator for Android. So I'm going to click in there. I have it pinned on my taskbar, so it comes up right here. Let me move it up here so you can see. And as we did for Labs 1 and 2, we're going to use the 5-inch KitKat. So I'm going to launch it. And we wait a little bit for this watermark to come to the right. It's going to show up there. As soon as the watermark is done, I'm going to minimize it, but I'm going to wait for that to happen. Okay, so give it a minute. And it should be launching any second now. Okay, looks like it's already here. I'm going to minimize that. I'm just going to give it a little room here so that when I take my screenshot, I will able to cover. Remember, when you take the screenshot for your assignment, show both the code and the emulator running. I need to see everything so I can see that you run it. If you only show the emulator, then it's not what I'm looking for. So anyway, so it came up, and now you see that it is linked to it. They are linked together right here. You can see VS emulator right here on the window. So what I'm going to do next, I'm just going to go ahead and unlock it. So it shows up here. I can look at the okay. So I'm looking at the phone, all the apps on the phone. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to run it, but I'm going to do that in the next video. Okay, so I just got it started and ready to run, but I'm going to do that in the next video so that we can keep the videos a little shorter. I prefer shorter videos. So I'll come back in the next video, and thank you. Right now we're all set and ready to run.